Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to show you how to remove the rear sway bar links on the Mercedes 380 SL. This I believe would work for most of the R107 model. Get your car in the appropriate position, park it in somewhere that you can work on it, in your garage, or if you don't have a garage, in a shaded area. Jack your car from the back, or if you're doing one side at a time, you can jack it in a jacking point on the side. Safety is always important, so make sure your front tires are secured by an anti-roll wedge. And what I also like to do, since these are rear wheel drive only, I've cut a piece of 2x4, you can see it there, and I use it to press the brake pedal and hold it against the driver's seat. This way it also continuously apply the brakes on the front tires, preventing the car from rolling forward for whatever reason. Once you jack your car up and you have your jack stands in the appropriate location, you can remove your wheels. It's 5 lug nuts and I think it's 17 millimeter. Here's your sway bar. Goes down here to the other side, and here are the links. So if your links are damaged, you need to replace them. So this is the good side, the other side is the damaged one. What you need is a socket and a English wrench, 17 millimeter, and a breaker bar. Sorry, my zoom decided not to work. Get yourself nice and comfortable, your safety and and the safety of your back. You don't want to hurt yourself in the process. Having a impact wrench might come handy, but it's a very tight area. I could not get this bulky guy in here. If you have a smaller one, might be easier. However, I was able to get mine done with the breaker bar and with the help of some anti-rust or WD-40 to release any stubborn or stuck bolt. These are the sway bar links. They come with welded on nuts, and the bottom side doesn't have another nut. It just goes into the, this is the bottom side actually, goes into the hub, the back of the hub, or the control arm. I think it's the control arm. And the top part, well, this is the top part, goes into the sway bar link, and you can see mine was rubbing on the inside of my tire after it broke. So the ball came out of the socket. So they're 17 millimeter, 17, well this is the 19 side, this is the 17, and a 17 socket. A deep one might work better, is what I found. And here's the new one. I'm using Euro parts from Rock Auto. So we're gonna install this guy. There's the bolts. If yours doesn't come with the bolts, make sure you don't throw away the bolts that original ones had. I'm gonna use the new bolts. They look in a better shape, but I don't see any washers, so I might be using the original washers. A quick tip when you're installing your new sway bar links is to remove the rubber boots and introduce more grease and lubricate the entire area, because when you're installing them and tightening the bottom one, the boot might be stuck, and as the bolt starts to turn and the ball on it, the rubber boot might decide to come off, and then you'll be halfway through your job and the boot went off, and then you have to replace it. Here you can see before the boot came off, here you see I'm almost done installing it, and then bam, the boot slipped back, and it's usually on the bottom side. I tried installing the bottom side first, but I found it helps if I hook the top just to get the bolt going and stabilize the link. Here again you see how the boot would slip up again over and over. It was too many times before I could figure it out. This is the old part. So getting the thin wrench, as you can see, having a thin 17-inch wrench, you can see this one is much thinner than the other one, makes the job easier. Even if you have a wrench on a ball bearing, this way you can just keep going and you don't have to pull it out and put it in, because that, I found out, causes the rubber boot that protects the ball and the grease on it to come loose when you're almost done with the job, and forces you to remove the entire link to reinstall the boot. So do yourself a favor and take the boot off, grease it, add more grease. I used high heat grease that I already had. You can buy one. I used this from Mercedes. This works good. You can also use, where's my other one? This mobile pack grease. Works well. I think any type of grease would go well in there. But this is supposed to be an easy job, made difficult because of the type of links I bought. So I wasn't very happy with the brand I got because of the way they retained the rubber boot on there. And I had to remove it and put it on several times before I could get it to install without the boot coming off. So keep in mind those tips so you don't run into the same issue, or maybe buy a better made part. So there you have it. The car is back together and ready to go back on the road. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, toss them in the comments. I'll be happy to guide you on this job for when it's time for you to do it. So this was supposed to be an easy job, turned difficult unnecessarily. Having the right tools always makes life easy. Again, thank you for watching. Have a good day.